Here's a dog. Here's a dog.
Dog is cute. Hey, dog.
Yeah, I threw out my back the other day, and I was in a lot of pain and shit, you know. And then my neighbor, like, she's a masseuse, and so she like massaged it away, right? And all the pain went away, you know. It was really good. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go back there later, you know. This time for a pulled groin. I wish Dane was here, but okay, we're learning more about the guy who tried to shoot Trump, right? For instance, we just learned that Thomas Matthew Crooks is not Dane Anthony's twin brother.
Wait, that's a comic, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, you know, Burger King, the motto is have it your way, which is strange, right? Because I know for a fact that minimum wage freaking fast food workers, they don't like when you change your orders around and shit, you know? Yeah, but Burger King, they're set, like they really encourage you to try many different, you know, mix and match different combinations. Their employees, you know, when I was a little kid, like fads would come and go, right? Like the first fad I remember was like these little plastic rings that we would buy, and we would like hook them together and so we could play hopscotch with them, right? This is like when I was in first grade. And then the next big fad that came out was Garbage Pail Kids, right? I don't know if you remember those. Yeah, they just caught fucking fire. I remember the first time I saw Garbage Pail Kid, I was like, what the hell is that? You know, I was like, I gotta have them, all of them, right? And then one day my cousin, right, he comes over with these things, right? They're pogs, you know?
Pogs, I had pogs.
Yeah. You ever seen pogs?
Yeah, I love pogs.
Yeah, the thing about pogs though is that it wasn't a true fad, you know what I mean? Pogs is like this company created them and was like, hey kids, this is the new fad, you know what I mean? And so when I saw them, I was like, no, it's not, you know what I mean? And so I was like, nah, fuck that shit. So I never bought into that, you know? And so to this day, I always see people as like two types of people, right? People like me, you know, that never bought pogs.
Oh, pogs.
And people that like pineapple on pizza. Yeah, I love ballerinas, you know. They're so like graceful and elegant and shit. It's like beautiful, you know, just like a swan. You know, you just want to put them up on a pedestal and fuck the shit out of them. Yeah, I lost 200 pounds last year.
Really?
Yeah, I got divorced.
Big bitch.
Yeah, I don't really care about the whole abortion thing. You know, what do I care about it? Like, what I care about is the ability to smoke marijuana and not get arrested, right? Yeah, screw Roe versus Wade. I want Roe versus weed. Yeah, you know, Neapolitan ice cream is like vanilla, chocolate, strawberry mixed together. I'm not sure what the word Neapolitan means, but I guess it has something to do with throwing up. You know, Korean food's horrible, right? Like, you know, Korean food's so bad, we don't really have proper cookies and cakes and shit. No, we have tteok. If you don't know what tteok is, it's like this mashed up rice and stuff. Like, some of it's okay, right? They have these tteok balls that has like jam inside of them. But most tteok doesn't taste like anything, right? It's just rice. You know, what does rice taste like, right? And so, like, you know, that's what we eat during celebrations and shit. Like, during weddings, you know, you'll see mountains of tteok all over the fucking place. And it looks colorful and, you know, it looks good. Like, it doesn't taste like anything. It's like so bland and flavorless and shit. And it's like Dane Cook's jokes.
Aww.
Yeah, when I was in the army, poison gas was like our number one fear, you know, as soldiers. And our number two fear was dying before we got to try anal. Yeah, my dog, she's cool, you know. When I first got her, though, I didn't know what breed she was. And so one day this guy came up to me, he's like, hey, is that a wiener dog? And I didn't really know what she meant. I was like, no, she's female. Yeah, I was watching this Bigfoot documentary, and you know that picture of Bigfoot, that famous one? That picture is actually taken from a film, like a 5-minute film of Bigfoot like walking in the woods and stuff. And then this documentary, they're like really zooming in on that film. And you can see that Bigfoot is a female. Yeah, it has boobs, you know? And she's walking, and you can see him swinging around, right? So I'm guessing that must be a real Bigfoot, you know? Because why would anyone put boobs on a Bigfoot thing, right? They wouldn't do that, you know? Yeah, and like for not having a bra or anything, they're actually pretty well formed and shit. I was like, damn, you know? I never thought in a million years that I'd be jerking off to Bigfoot. Yeah, never trust a guy who wipes his testicles and his mouth with the same cloth. He's a bald-faced liar.
Aw.
Yeah, you know, they say ignorance is bliss, you know. Yeah, I think it's true, you know. Like, you guys look happy.
Ah, hey!
Yeah, you know, I try, whatever. I hate soccer, you know. I try to watch it. Like, every 4 years I try watching the World Cup and stuff. But the flopping, you know what I mean? Flopping is when they pretend to be hurt and shit, just to get a penalty kick or whatever. It's just basically cheating, you know? It's like so ridiculous, like how fucking dramatic they are too, you know? They'll be like, oh, you know? And then they'll get the penalty kick and they'll just pop right up like nothing and shit. It's like, what the fuck, man? I thought your fucking leg was broken. And these guys, they get better and better at it every fucking year. They're all jumping around, spinning around and shit. I'm like, man, these motherfuckers are literally flip-flopping. Yeah, you know, I think it's kind of messed up when people eating like baby animals and shit. Like veal and like lamb and stuff, you know? I'm like, what the hell, you know? Can't you wait for them to grow up? Like, why do they have to be babies? I think it's kind of like just like a European type of thing, I think. Yeah, I can't speak for all people, but I know in Korea, we only eat adult dogs.
Uh-oh, Peanut didn't like that.
Can get you.
Yeah, we're in
What?
trouble.
What?
Yeah, you know, the national dog of Korea is called the Chindoke. It looks kind of like a husky, except it's blonde and it has a curly tail. And it tastes like ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go to a Korean person's house, you know, they'll make you take your shoes off and stuff before you go in. It's not tradition or anything. We just want to make sure you're not stealing our chopsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what you call someone who's mixed Asian and black? We call them Blasian, right? And someone who's mixed Mexican Asian, we call either Mexicans or Asians. Now, you know what we call someone who's mixed white and Asian?
What?
Assholes.
Ah.
Yeah, you know my brother, he's married to some Korean lady, and she calls him Oppa, which in Korean means older brother. Yeah, that's weird, right? Like, what the fuck's up with that, you know? Kind of gross. Like me, when I was married, my ex-wife, she just called me stepdad. Yeah, you know, when I was, because I was born here, right, and I grew up near Pasadena. So most of my classmates were white and stuff. And so, you know, none of the girls ever thought of me as like a good-looking guy, right? Because I'm Asian, I look weird, right? And that's not what I always kind of thought about myself. Until I turned 15 and I went to South Korea for the first time. And yeah, not only was my mind blown, but so was my dick. Yeah, you know, I don't know, like the women around here, maybe they rate me as like a 4 or 5. In South Korea, I was like a 9.9. Yeah, I was like the tallest dude in the whole country and shit. And I had an American accent, you know? And so for like a Korean girl who like born and raised in Korea, all of a sudden you see this tall Korean dude walking around with an American accent, you know? It was like fire crotch, right? Yeah, I had like, you know, grown women just throwing their pussies at me and shit. Like, oh, you know, whatever, drop this, miss. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back there and shit. And that's my plan. I'm gonna be a famous comedian, and go back to Korea and spend the rest of my life knee deep in the rice paddy, full of pussy. Yeah, I used to love fishing, you know, when I was a kid. But that's because I used to actually catch fish. Yeah, I've been fishing for like the past 20 years. I haven't caught anything. Nowadays, I'm just standing out there getting skin cancer and shit. Some dude walks by like, hey, did you catch anything? Yeah, melanoma. Yeah, we're living in a new age of breakdancing, right? The age of Ray Gun. I don't know if you saw that. She's all trending on the internet. Rachel Gunn, right? The Australian breakdancer. For being just so bad and stuff. That's actually a good name for her though, Ray Gun. Because when she's dancing, she looks like she's getting shot at with an invisible space laser. Hey, see it? She's like, you missed me, oh man! Yeah. Oh yeah, you know, if you don't know how to use chopsticks, you should probably learn, right? Because like, when Asian people see you like fumbling around with chopsticks, we lose all respect for you, you know? And we're like, so you don't know how to eat? Well, let's just be friends, okay? Okay, I don't know, because, yeah, you know, men's diving, I was watching the men's diving Olympics, and it's like gay as hell, right? They're like almost naked, you know? They're just wearing the smallest little G-string type of whatever bikini bottom, and they're all ripped and muscled and shit. I was like, man, this has got to be the gayest Olympic sport, like hands down. Actually, more like hands up and a back and forth motion. Alright, my name's Ewan. I'm out of here. Thank you.
Here we go, we're going to Ewan. Oh.
There's drops in the budget. You want that, you drop some, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those. No, it's just Asian milk.
Hi, everybody cute. It's funny when people get tackled by their own dogs. Okay. Is